happy Friday, happy end of the week. Welcome to the Lovin Dubai show where we go through the top trending stories that everyone across the country is talking about. Our top story for you today, UAE authorities sent warning over social media posts.
And faster commutes on Sheikh Zayed Road.
The 400 books donated to Palestinian children in Abu Dhabi.
Dubai man's hard work gets spotted by royalty.
Such a lovely story there. And also later on in the show, we got to sit down and chat to the UAE's snowboarding prodigy. She fell into snowboarding by absolute chance a couple of years ago, and now she's representing the UAE on a world stage. Amina Al-Muhairi, get to know that name. She'll be joining us at about 8:50.
And in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny with temperatures ranging between 25 and 35 Celsius.
It's getting warmer.
It's getting warmer. Yesterday there was such high humidity, if you noticed.
All I've noticed is like this morning was the most beautiful morning I've ever seen in Dubai.
I mean, the sky was it's so blue.
It's so fresh.
So fresh.
I was like, driving to work, I was like, this
Perfect for breakfast
This
weather.
is a turn around and go home day, and just like
have an iced latte.
Nature is telling me to be outside today.
Yes.
It's so nice. You
It's
cannot
really
beat
nice.
Dubai in March.
Can you imagine it with a sundress and iced coffee? But I can't imagine this because we're in Ramadan. But
Yeah, but this is why I was actually noticing so many stories of people outdoor for suhoor, because Ramadan is now in such a lovely temperature time.
Yes, we're having iftar outside and suhoor outside. The weather is now bearable to sit outside, which is nice. Honestly, we've never had that before.
Every year it's getting more
Closer,
manageable.
yeah. But
How many days? How many days through? Into
9
Ramadan?
more days. We're almost there.
How are you doing?
Like towards the end of Ramadan, once you reach the middle of Ramadan, you start getting used to it. But because we're towards the end of Ramadan, I feel like my body is slowly collapsing. Alhamdulillah, but I'm losing it. I can't. Every morning I'm like, oh my God. I'm counting down the days. Here we go again. We're almost there. It's okay. We'll pass quickly. We'll be quicker. But no. And for some reason this year, I'm just not feeling the Ramadan vibes for some reason.
You said that. That is a shame.
Yeah, last year we were in the spirit. It was happy times. We were spiritually in Ramadan. But this year, I don't know what's happening. Like as much as I try to snap out of it, it's so hard. And I'm seeing a lot of people are relating to it on social media as well.
Yeah, interesting. I feel like I saw a video to that effect. What do you think could help you in the last 9 days? You know, we're doing a distribution for food later. Would that be on the vibe?
That's the thing. I can't join the distribution today because I have an iftar in Sharjah, so I have to leave ahead of time.
Oh, iftar in Sharjah. Okay.
Yeah, and can you imagine the traffic? Like, love her, but what are you doing? But you know, those are the last 10 days of Ramadan. They're the holiest days. We need to make use of them. So you just have to push yourself out. Try to
you're
donate.
so close. Get through this weekend,
Just get
and
through
it's literally the home stretch.
Yeah. Get up, pray, make du'as, make use of it. Those are really, really the most important days of Ramadan. So
Determined energy. I love that. I love that hand. The determined. Let's go.
Yes. Stay up. Pray those rak'ats. Donate. It's really important days. Laylat al-Qadr is coming up soon, maybe 27th of this month. So let's see.
Honestly, the discipline you have is phenomenal. It really is. So everyone who's fasting, shout out to you guys.
Oh God. But we're almost there. I know we're all tired, but we're almost there. It will pass quickly.
I want to ask you something gross.
Go ahead.
So I saw this post, and it was like, how often do you wash specific things? And it goes through like lots of household objects, and some of them I look at them and I'm thinking, okay, so there's actually a recommended amount of time that you should, for example, be washing your jeans.
Okay, so I think jeans, I know that it's every 1 week, right?
Well, you're not going to wear the same jeans but it's saying every 4 to 5 wears.
Ah, okay.
I would probably do more than that because I kind of...
You use your jeans.
And then you take them off and you throw them into the wash.
Yeah.
So I would
especially
do more.
Since when it's in summer, I think it's important to, especially here in Dubai in summer, it's important to wash your jeans more often.
Bath towel.
Oh, no, that's like every day or 2 days.
It says once a week.
Really?
I have an issue with my bath towels. They smell a bit weird. And I don't know if it's like the water quality, but like the first wash they're fine, but immediately, and I'm like, is this a humidity in my apartment?
It's humidity. Trust me.
And even my face towels, you know, you've got like nice little set of face towels, and they smell funny, and I'm like, is this clean?
No, I think this is the humidity, that's why.
So they get washed every time.
Do you keep them in the washing machine after it finishes, or
No,
do you immediately
straight
take
out.
it straight out?
Mm.
Usually that's the issue. Like if you don't take them straight out, the humidity just sticks to them.
How often do you wash your sheets?
Sheets is every Sunday.
This says once a week. I'd be about once a week.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I've got help. Your refrigerator. How often do you
I don't clean out the refrigerator.
specifically?
I don't clean out the refrigerator. So
How often do you think it should
we
be
get
washed?
help for a refrigerator, honestly.
Yeah.
But how often do I think it needs? Is it a monthly thing?
This says once a week,
Once a week for.
but
really?
we never like. There's not. Yeah, we just never.
I think it's once a month. I don't know.
If there's a smell,
Yeah.
if something has spilled, that's when the refrigerator. The refrigerator. Who am I? Well, that's when the fridge gets cleaned.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
According to me, but this is saying.
A week for fridge?
Yeah, This is a very clean person. Okay, computer keyboard.
I never clean my
I
computer.
never clean my
I never clean my computer.
You know, one of those things you'd be so embarrassed about if the camera came around. Like, you know, all these
so
things that, like,
dusty.
I look after. There's some things that you take such good care of, and
Yeah.
for some reason, the laptop keyboard is just not one of them in my life. And you want to get to a peak level of adulting.
Yeah.
If this was clean every day, I'd be happy with myself.
Do you know the sticky thing that you can put on the keyboard and just take it out?
No.
It's so satisfying, but I think it's not hygiene. It's not clean, by the way.
Yeah.
You can only use it once. But you just stick it to the keyboard
Oh, and it
you
cleans
take
it.
out and it cleans it.
That sounds like a TikTok
What was
thing.
it called? Sticky keyboard cleaner. Sticky keyboard cleaner. But it's... no, I think it's a TikTok thing, yeah.
It sounds like a TikTok.
Why can't I find it? It's like a slime.
A what?
A slime.
What's that?
A slime, and you stick
Oh.
it to the
It
the
sounds
keyboard.
satisfying.
It's so satisfying.
But I could probably just get a cloth and do the same thing.
It's better if you get a cloth, by the way, than a slime. But slime is just satisfying to use.
Okay, we'll do 2 more. Oven.
Oven, I think it should be every night,
Fair enough, yeah.
right? Or every 2 nights.
This says every month. I clean the oven when we're moving. Right?
But sometimes, you know...
But I don't use it, so that's probably why.
If you don't use it, yeah, but if you use it on a daily basis, it just picks up a lot of... like stains.
Yeah, but it's like a
Picks up
skillet.
a lot of stains.
You know, the skillet you
Yeah.
have, like they say, you don't cook, you don't clean them, you just let them
I think...
ferment the food so your food tastes better.
True.
I don't know.
But I think is if you don't use your oven, your oven often. You don't have to clean it every day, but if you're using it, sometimes it just gets stained.
Yeah, and apparently you're meant to clean your purse and handbag every week.
Person handbag every week. I don't think of a person handbag.
I would never. Okay, fine. I'm
Hand wash, I think, for personal handbags instead of the washing machine.
hand wash for personal handbags. Oh yeah, definitely not the
wash.
washing machine. But I mean, just clean them. Like, we're not putting our laptops into them.
So just with the okay.
I would also feel like a peak adult if I was doing that once a week. Okay, back to Dubai news. UAE authorities send warning posts over what you're sharing on social media. The National Media Office in Abu Dhabi is reminding everyone in the UAE to be mindful and respectful when posting on social media. That means sticking to the country's national values of respect, tolerance, and coexistence. The message is clear. Don't post anything that disrespects the UAE symbols, leaders, or even friendly nations of the country. And yes, there are laws around this, and authorities are ready to take action if those laws are broken.
Things like spreading false information, hate speech, or defamation, whether it's obvious or subtle, can lead you in a serious legal trouble. Ooh, but you have to be very careful what you post. So President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed has said, "It's every action you take reflects your Emirati identity. We're all ambassadors of this country, and what we share online plays a big role in how the UAE is seen around the world."
So, and what's interesting is defamation, whether subtly or not. I feel like that's important to note. So before hitting that post or that share or that repost button, please think twice. Represent the UAE with pride, humility, and integrity, just like our leadership do. And if you come across anything offensive, you should report it to the right channels. Not only is this a warning, but we also know there are fines attached. We're looking at between 1,000 to 1 million
Whoa.
based on the crime. It's a crime. Hence why we actually have a much safer social media space than the rest of the
True.
world. And we are very blessed for that, I do think.
And this is why we don't tolerate racism, we don't tolerate stereotypes, we don't tolerate prejudice, because if anyone comes to you and like throws a hate speech at you, you can immediately tell the police, and you can just enjoy this country as a whole. Because if you think about it, this is the most international city in the world, and it brings a lot of cultures together, different countries, different people from all around the world. So how can you make those people feel safe and feel welcomed?
So true.
By implementing those laws.
So true.
To make sure that no one crosses the line.
Yeah. That's so interesting, because people always say, like, we have, there's clearly some countries that dislike each other, but yet in the UAE, we manage to keep that tolerant environment.
Exactly.
And there's so many facets that go into that. And one of those things must be the online culture of no hate, because if you were allowed to hate on your neighbor online, you would do it, because no one likes to do things face to face. They like to do it online. That online conversation brings itself into the public conversation. So this is one of the key things that allows us to have a more tolerant society, because people will say, there'll always be pros and cons conversations over why can't we say this online? Why can't we say this online? But I think the pros outweigh the cons.
100%. And what a weak person are you is if you just post on social media instead of confronting this person. Just going on social media and hate rampant for everything that you see, or like attack a specific country, attack a specific restaurant, attack a specific business. That just says a lot about your character.
But they exist. They're among us. They could be, we see them every day. Megs is not one of those people. Megs is saying, excellent. She's not one of those people. I'll look for someone today. Hello, good sir. I'd be a great host on the show. That's positive. We're okay with that. I need this job.
I need this job.
All positive. Yes, and please pray
no
for
hate
Palestine.
speech online, please.
No hate speech online.
No hate speech online.
And
this is a good example.
Yeah.
All love and all support.
What a great start to Friday.
Yay.
So let's just be respectful, respect our digital space, and thank the leadership for so many positive updates in the country. And the next one on that side is
faster commutes on Sheikh Zayed Road. So traffic enhancement on Sheikh Zayed Road will cut travel time from 5 to just 2 minutes in key areas. The Roads and Transport Authority RTA has expanded and improved major sections near the IFC, Burj Khalifa and Dubai Mall to ease congestion.
I literally want to drive down there to check it out. What great news. The service road near Financial Centre Metro Station, Abu Dhabi bound, now has 4 lanes instead of 3, which will boost capacity by 25% to handle 3,200 vehicles per hour.
So additionally, the merging lane between Al Khair Road and Financial Centre Street, Dubai bound, has been extended, reducing overall time by 25%. So these upgrades mean smoother, faster commutes on Dubai's busiest road. RTA is working day and night.
They do not stop.
Day and night, every week. Almost every week we're having traffic enhancement news.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
And when it actually affects your commute, it's a game changer. There's one from the JL, I know I've said this before, but from JLT out to Production City, there's a new road.
Yeah.
And previously you were going here, and those funny, the way you have to turn around on a main road. So you go around the bridge, and then you go across, and then you go around the bridge, and then you come back. Does that make sense? No. Okay, right. So when you're on a main road going this way, and when you want to be coming back this way, you generally have to go up, and then you go up around a loop-de-loop on a bridge, you go across, and then you loop-de-loop on the way back, and you come back. So
and I have a bridge that passes.
There's a bridge that goes the whole way over. Whoa. It saves about 15 minutes, and I would literally change where I live and I work because it makes such a difference.
Wow.
But that's what they're doing, all these little pockets.
I'm so excited for the Hessa one, the Hessa Bridge one.
Yes.
I really want to use it, that Hessa Street one.
Is that open?
It's still not open yet.
It's massive.
But it's so big. Every time I cross it, I get so excited. I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine how much it would help the Hessa Street commuters? Because Hessa Street's traffic is crazy.
What stage is that on? I feel like I haven't
It's almost done, by the way, if you looked at it.
It came up so quickly. Hessa Street drivers, what a great day for you when that opens. But when I look at the structural challenges, the poles are so big and so high, and I'm like, wow, it's amazing.
Huge.
It
I'm telling you, it's
LA
this big.
Highway
so
vibes.
Big. My favorite one is the Meydan one. You know Meydan?
The bridge?
The Meydan Bridge leading to Al Wasl Road.
I don't know it.
So we used to get stuck in a lot of traffic. So either you take Sheikh Zayed Road or you continue to Al Wasl Suqaim. And then there is a new bridge that just allows you to immediately take it and go to the Mustaqim Road and into the Wassel Street. Amazing.
It's just like in any
No
other
one-
country, no like road service provider is looking for those fast updates
Faster updates.
to change the game. And we know that traffic is a problem, and they know it's a problem, but the fixes are constant, I would say.
I agree. And moving on to a heartwarming story. So 400 books donated to Palestinian children in Abu Dhabi. So a little gift to spark big dreams. The Kalimat Foundation has donated 400 Arabic books and portable libraries to Palestinian children in Abu Dhabi, bringing the joy of reading to young minds. As part of this initiative, 100 books were gifted during an interactive session with author Samia Ayesh, where kids explored the story Ashat Ashib.
This initiative is part of the Foundation's long-term commitment to nurturing a love for reading and provide meaningful learning experiences. By supporting Palestinian children with books and storytelling, the Kalimat Foundation is helping to build a brighter future, one page at a time.
It's nice to see that Palestine is always in everyone's back of, in the back of our minds. So even this little thing that you just a book foundation donating 400 books, because if you think about it, for kids and for children, story time is like an escape.
Yeah.
So regardless of what conflict this person is going through, it's like an escape for them. So this is
So true. Reading is such a great part, and
Yeah.
it's important that we continue to nurture reading.
Nurture reading.
Because if you
Away
don't
from
have,
iPads.
away from iPads, sure.
Yeah.
And if you don't have someone, like, it's so easy to be like, reading's a great thing. You know,
Yeah.
I hope my kids read, but if you don't nurture it and provide the books and even sit with children and have the story time, will they want to read when they're growing up? I don't know.
That's a really good question.
And like when you think about, I think it's so easy to think about parenting. Like, my kids will read, they won't be on iPads. But as soon as you're a parent, like, parents come at me and let me know.
True.
It's not easy.
It's not just easy. It's like, I'll take this book and read.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easier to just put Coco Lemon.
You have exactly Coco Lemon. Coco Lemon is like my sister's fourth child. Like, it's
Oh my God.
Coco Lemon. Like, there's like havoc in the house, and Coco Lemon is mentioned, and then everyone falls into line, and Coco Lemon goes on. It's like
Yeah.
absolute game changer.
I just want to understand the psychology of Coco Lemon. Why do those kids love Coco Lemon so much?
Is there a song? Is it what's so?
Coco Lemon.
Is that Lemon?
I've seen those videos on TikTok where parents will just take a video recording their kids playing Coco Lemon, and those toddlers and babies would just run up to the parents as soon as they hear the Coco Lemon intro song.
It must be a sensory thing.
Yeah. Immediately run up to them.
Coco Melon.
You can tell we don't have kids.
I was like, there is someone going, Coco Melon. Coco Melon.
Sorry.
We were allowed 6 to 7 seconds of copyright music, and that was 7 seconds exactly. So that's
Yeah, but
all
I
we
really
get.
want to understand the psychology between this. Like, why do those kids love it? Because if you put a crying baby and you just play this intro song, the baby will stop crying.
It must be a sensory thing. Like, there's so many colors, so many dings. I don't know.
But it's an interactive show, from what I know.
I don't know.
So it's a learning show.
7 billion views. I'm telling you,
Oh my
if you
God.
want to quit your job, make a kids show.
Have you seen the unboxing videos on YouTube? They get millions of views.
Is this the famous kid?
There's just unboxing videos of toys and stuff.
Are the kids in the videos?
Kids and parents are unboxing.
I feel weird about parents
I'm not
doing social media with their kids.
Yeah, me too. I don't agree with it. But like unboxing toys, it gets a lot of views.
I'd
Can you
watch
imagine?
that. I'd rather watch that than a handbag, to be honest.
Yeah, 16 million views. Satisfying unboxing.
Doesn't really help if the audience can't see.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. This is just for us today.
Unboxing a Hello Kitty. Someone was unboxing a Hello Kitty box and it got 16 million views.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine the revenues and how much this person generated money out of
No. And YouTube is one of those platforms that give you lots of money.
this? Exactly.
Okay, we need to get on that.
Next business.
Next business. Let's take a quick break. to shout out the Lovin Dubai Show podcast, your go-to for the biggest stories, real talk and top guests from around the country. And yes, this show is a podcast as well, so you can listen anytime, anywhere. Just hit the follow button wherever you listen to your podcasts and you'll never miss an episode. Jumping into our our next story of the day. A Dubai man's hard work gets spotted by royalty. Now this is the kind of feel-good story we love to see coming out of Dubai. A hard-working employee just caught the attention of none other than His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President and Prime Minister of the UAE and ruler of Dubai.
So a huge shout out to Yusuf Muhammad Abdullah, who works at Vehicle Inspection and Registration Center in Al Qusais. Turns out a secret shopper noticed how proactive and helpful he was with customers, and the report made its way to Sheikh Mohammed.
His Highness took to X to personally praised Yusuf for his exceptional service and said that customers have been showing him a lot of love and appreciation. He also gave a nod to all of the young men and women out there who are putting in the work every day to keep Dubai's reputation strong. Secret shoppers.
They're around us. They're all around us. Can you imagine?
In here?
They're always around us. By the way, if you go to any, especially for governmental sectors, you never know if the person next to you is a what do they call it? Secret shopper.
Interesting. First of all, how amazing to be praised, but the secret shopper thing is like, what if you're having a bad day? But you just then you wouldn't lose.
And that's what they're trying to avoid. It's like even if you're having a bad day, don't let it out on the people and customers.
On the people and the customers. I remember His Highness, like every year, there's the top performing and the underperforming service sectors. And the most important thing is customer service. So like, make the customers happy. I've had phenomenal experiences.
Me too. I never had bad experiences with governmental sectors. Never.
Everyone is always kind, and I always woke up being like, "Oh wow, that was
and you finish so quickly." You're like,
yeah,
I'm in and out. How?
I feel like it's definitely changed in the last. Like, I think I remember like first year, second year when I first arrived here. That was over 10 years ago.
Yeah, it definitely improved.
I remember there being a longer line and just like it was a talk topic that services would take some time.
Yeah,
and it's drastically improved. Like
especially
you do so much online. You don't even need to go to the office, which is my favorite thing because like people.
Yeah, people. And even when you go there, you can either ask a specific person, or you'd have those machines that you can just scan your ID or scan your passport. It's so easy nowadays because it will cut. Every time I go to a governmental sector, for some reason I don't know why I find it always empty. And I finish so quickly.
Yeah.
And I think because either people finish their whatever they need to do online, or it's because they're just too quick. They're so quick. They either do it the easy scanner machines, or the person is like, you know what, in and out, like this scanned paper, I need this and that. Okay, you're done, next.
The online is a game changer for sure.
And you can find everything that you need beforehand. Like you don't go there and you get surprised. You can just Google search, what do I need to finish this document? You need a passport, you need a stamp, you need no. You go there, you're done. And
you have got people like Yusuf Abdullah who are serving you. What a great way to wake up. Could you imagine? Because the ruler, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, put this on Twitter last night. And do you think he knew in advance?
I think no. Imagine it's a surprise.
Imagine, okay? You wake up and the ruler has tweeted Masa.
Oh my God.
What did you actually imagine? And there's photos of you around the office. And they had sent someone, and then you're there like chatting to an intern, and then you're like doing a show, and then he was like, I just saw you. Like actually imagine. Like your family.
Can you imagine?
It would just be...
What if you never noticed the tweet and people are going around like praising you? It's like, oh, what's happening? What's happening?
I don't know.
Why does everyone know me, right?
Why am I famous now? I would dine out on that. Like that's just...
Can you imagine being given a shout out from the ruler himself?
But I think that's so special for being spotted. Like, you know, he wasn't turned on. This was just a normal day for Yusuf. For being spotted in that way.
Yeah.
It's spectacular.
What a motivation as well. Like, you'd never forget it your whole life.
Yeah.
It's a big push for you. You'd always be motivated. Like, okay, so someone is seeing and acknowledging my work.
Yes. And I'd be like, let's go in for a promotion.
Yeah. Oh,
did you see?
What a way.
Did you see?
Oh my God, you're so right. I could just go to my manager. So I have proof. I have a tweet from the ruler himself.
There's been some praise.
If anyone deserves a promotion, it's me.
I'm not sure if you've seen the praise. Speaking of praise, all praise to our next guest. Her name is Amina Al Muhairi. She's representing the UAE on the world stage. She's a snowboarder from the UAE. Which is pretty phenomenal, I would say. And we had a great chat with her yesterday. We'd love you to take a listen. It's going to go live after this very short break. Very welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Amina Al Muhairi. Born and raised in Dubai, she discovered her passion for snowboarding at just age 8, now 16. She's the UAE's national champion, the first Emirati woman to compete at the Asian Winter Games, and on the path to the 2026 Winter Olympics. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for coming back. It's been 3 years.
Yep, thanks for having me. A lot of snowboarding.
I'd say so.
Well, what exactly do you do? You're a snowboarder. Do you do slopes? Do you do high pipes? What do you do?
So I do the discipline freestyle snowboarding, and that is big air, which are jumps, and then also slope style, which are the rails.
We can see the pictures right behind us. It's a huge jump.
Yeah.
So, explain it to me a little bit more. So you do the jumps. So does that mean you're doing the twists and the turns in the air?
Yeah.
And you have to do kind of like, how does that work? You have to do like a specific move each time, and it gets rated?
Pretty much, yeah. It depends on your level, but it's scored on different elements. So style, execution, and then the trick level. So you can go anywhere from like a 1 to a 12.
And do you plan your trick before you go?
Yeah.
You plan your trick before you go inshore, but does it get harder each time?
It gets harder, but the more you practice it, the more you get better at the thing you're quote-unquote hard at. And then it gets easy, and then you move on to the next one, and that comes harder, and then you practice it again.
Of course.
So it's just it's a process, but once you lock it in, then you're good.
So cool. We should talk about the fact that you're an Emirati and we don't have snow here. How did you find your passion for snowboarding?
So I first started snowboarding when I went on a family trip in Bosnia. Before that, I was skiing for about like 2 years. But when we went to Bosnia on this family trip, one of Mom's close friends asked if I wanted to try snowboarding, and I had never heard of it before. I was like, sure, why not? And I mean, ever since I strapped on, I haven't gone back to skiing. And the hobby just kind of evolved into competing when I did my first competition in Ski Dubai in, I think, 2018. And yeah, I haven't looked back. It's been amazing.
It's amazing how to think of it, and one person can have such a huge impact on your life. Like
in a
one
moment.
person, in a moment, they can encourage you to do a business. They can encourage you to discover a new passion.
Yeah.
So when you're not traveling, where exactly do you practice here in the UAE?
I practice in Ski Dubai. That's my main place of practice. But a lot of the times I'm not here since I am training outside the country. But whenever I can be, I go to Ski Dubai.
Do you think Ski Dubai is a good platform for kind of up-and-coming snowboarders? Like, is it feasible to train there versus, you're competing against people who are surrounded by natural snow?
I think we have an advantage coming from the fact that we have the slope 365 days in the whole year, where when they're training on the slope, they only have them for 6 months or until the snow can hold up to. So we have an advantage of that, and I think it's a good platform to start and keep going to train, but you also want to experience the snow and you want to go and see the difference. So I think it's definitely a good platform to start in.
Interesting.
How different does it feel to train on a natural snow or the artificial one?
There's a lot of difference coming from just the environment in general, from being indoor to outdoor, and the snow conditions. There's a lot of difference.
Snow feels different.
The snow, because it's man-made snow here, where obviously outside it's more natural snow.
Right.
There's definitely feel like difference to it.
Oh, yeah. Before the show, you mentioned you're off to Canada tomorrow. Can you take us with you?
How fun!
Your nickname is Moon.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that, because
that's such a cute nickname.
It's a great nickname. Where did it come from?
So my name is Amna, and in Arabic the natural nickname is Amun, and my coach made a joke because when you see the way it's spelled, it's a moon. So we kept making jokes about it, and then we actually realized that whenever he calls me a moon or moon, I tend to, it's like psychologically, I just tend to like go a bit higher on my jumps or a bit further.
Wow.
So we just kind of like stuck to it, and he was like, I'm just going to keep calling you moon, and then you're going to get everything like to the bottom. And I was like, okay. And it just kind of evolved, and then I really liked the nickname, so I just started going by it, and like it's a nice nice expression of, like, I really like it, because a lot of the community in snowboarding know me as Moon, and then I come back to Dubai and everyone knows me as Amna, so it's like a really nice difference, and I quite like it, yeah.
Interesting. You mentioned your trainer. When people reach a certain level, and obviously you're training in different places around the world, how does that work with a trainer? Where are they based, and how often do you connect with them?
So my coach is currently in Austria, and I tend to travel to him, and we tend to do the trainings there, and then we travel all around Europe and do our training based on where we need to be, or comps. And then, for example, last year or 2 years ago, we spent the summer in Australia and New Zealand. So he flew over and we did the training there. So we just kind of fly and travel together depending on where we need to be.
So you don't only travel during winter, also during the summer as well?
Yeah, especially during the summer, because we have the most time to get away, and my schoolwork don't end up piling up.
So you were the first Emirati to compete in the Age of Winter Games 2025. How crazy is that? And you placed sixth.
Yes.
Bravo, congratulations.
That's so good.
At the age of 16
so
as well.
Cool.
At the age of 16. So what does that title mean to you, especially representing the UAE?
I mean, it means a lot for me just to be able to compete for the UAE, but to have titles such as that, it's such a big honor to have it under my name and at such a young age, like you just mentioned.
Yeah.
But I don't, for me, it's just another day. I'm riding, I'm doing what I love, and the fact that I just happen to be the first is coming along with it. But yeah, it's a part of it, and hopefully I'm not the last one to do it.
Did you expect to be placed sixth?
I didn't have much expectation for that trip since I came into it injured, and I came out of it also injured. So I was just happy that I was safe and I got a good run, and the fact that I placed at such a high position, I was really happy.
While being injured.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What was the injury and how is it now?
My shoulder. Okay. I kind of just pulled. I don't know exactly what I did, but I fell on it in a weird way, and I did it again when I was in China, and I've had a few other injuries coming out of it, so it's okay now. I'm going through physio.
I'm sure you'll be fully 100% in no time. Can you just, what is it like? Can you describe us when you, because the guts it takes to do what you do is so impeccable. Talk to us like through a move. What does it look like, and how do you prepare for like your most challenging move?
So you have to build it up, obviously. So you start like I'll set up like a normal training day for me. For example, if I'm training on the jumps, I'd have one or two runs where I'd get my speed. I'd get perfect speed, I'd get comfortable on the jump.
Okay.
I'll know everything about the jump, like I'll experience the jump. So if there's any certain bumps on the jump, I can feel it out and I can know, okay, there's a bump there, let's kind of avoid that.
Right.
So I just kind of plan around it. Second, I'd just start adding up to the trick. So for example, if I'm going to go for a 540, then I would set up with the front one.
What's
and
a 540?
So the rotation.
Got you. Okay.
So 540 around. So it's a 360 plus a 180.
Wow.
So I'd kind of like set it up and add on to it until I'm comfortable to get to that level. So if I'm doing a front side, so I'm spinning and I can see technically everything, it's just this side, I'd do front 180, and then once I'm comfortable and I have that perfect, then I go to my front 360s. Once I have those locked in, then I can move on to my front 540s. Okay. And then obviously it keeps going. And depending on the level and how comfortable you are in different tricks, you don't have to like start all the way at the base. So some people start at just 360, then hop up. But for me, I like to start at my 180s and just get everything nice and consistent, set up my day, like make it nice and clean.
Makes sense.
Set it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So have you had any mishaps or close calls while snowboarding?
I'd had a lot of injuries. Or quote unquote a lot of injuries. I don't think I've had a lot of mishaps. I've had like coming out of China, I had a concussion because I fell really hard on one of my jump runs. So you could call that a close call, but I mean, nothing that I can't heal from, and I'm okay now.
And who's traveling with you? Who's your support system there on the day, and what are they like when something like that happens?
The one person that's always with me, no matter where I am, and no matter who else is with me, is always Mum. Mum is always with me. She's always traveling with me, and she sacrifices a lot to be able to travel with me a lot of the times. But other than that, it would be the people in my team. So, for example, in the Asia Winter Games in China, we had a whole team. I had my coach, my mum, and I had my physio alongside with me. So they were the three that were traveling with me. But yeah, Mum is the consistent one.
Amazing. Mama is always there when we need them. So the Asian Winter Games was the last biggie, and the next biggie would be the... What's the next big goal competition?
We don't have anything set currently.
Okay.
But just keep an eye, because there will be a few big ones coming up.
Very exciting.
Yes.
We will.
Interesting.
Tell us. But we will.
It's confidential. So what are your other goals other than snowboarding, other being part of the Asian Winter Games?
Just inspire other people. Not only in sports and not only in my sports, but just inspire the next generation of young girls to be able to do their hobby, their dream, and to be able to pursue it, no matter of the where you come from, of the social norms, to go against it. And if you have a dream, then go achieve it and go do it.
Amazing, like, because the reality is you're 16 and you're competing at such a high level, you're representing the UAE, but you're still going to school here.
Yeah.
Tips on how you manage that?
It wasn't easy when I first started, but I think I've gotten the hang of it. Whenever I'm in Dubai, I go to school in person and I catch up to everything I do and have like a normal day. And when I'm traveling, I tend to keep up with the work, but do them online and have support from my teachers when I need it.
Right.
And I just kind of have to juggle it, and I have to understand that even though I'm snowboarding, I still have to do school. So I tend to come back from snowboarding, and maybe once or twice a week, I try and sit down and get everything done. And if I need more time, then obviously I'll do spider across.
Amazing, consistent. So important to get the school out of the way and then go all in.
I actually just finished my, I caught up to all the work I need to be able to travel to Canada, so I don't have to worry too much when I'm there. So
nice.
It's pretty good.
Bravo.
That must be such a relief.
Yeah.
Do you have exams coming up as well in the next year or two?
Yes, because I'm on my final 2 years, so it's also going to get a bit hectic, but it's okay. I can deal with it.
How amazing that schools are able to get the
Be
stuff to you
flexible
online. And that they're allowing the flexibility. It's great.
Yes.
So what advice would you give the young girls who want to follow your footsteps, who want to get into snowboarding?
Go for it. If you can dream it, then you can achieve it. So go for it. Yeah.
Love that so much. Amina Al-Muheri, Moon. Okay. Really appreciate your time this morning, and we cannot wait to watch your journey, whatever you do. But such a cool story, and thank you so much for coming back to the show again.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Masa.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show this morning. I'm feeling cold because of all the snow behind me, and it's amazing. We're back with you tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.